11 a.m. is the first solution, of course, the Eastern Caribbean. It's a park day, but we have to do what we have to do nonetheless. Let me say good morning, good morning, good morning to Pamele, Carnival band leader, who has just graced me here with her presence. And as we know, we are winding down to the 2025 Surfer Carnival, where we're looking to put on a spectacular showdown, man, with those different bands coming on to dominate and create that presence with Wild Bamboo, Pamele, the Pitons, um, management, Carnival Band, and not forgetting we have Chic as well, who is a force to reckon with. But we're there, we're coming on strong. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everyone.
Right. Go ahead.
Good morning to everyone.
Good morning. I love that spirit. Good morning to you. How was your journey down here this morning?
Well, it was a bit rough, have to get ready because the days are counting down and it's a lot of pressure putting everything together, but you have to do it no matter what because we want a good carnival.
Which is true. And behind the scenes, we continue to see a lot of the challenges with registration and so forth. But then before we get into that nitty gritty for persons, just walk us through how the Pamele Carnival Band started. Share the story.
Well, it's that I used to work with another master in Castries, and then when I moved on to Supre, I saw there was an opportunity to show off my own creativity, my own style, and my own ideas. And then when I went to Mr. Rock, there was no hesitation. He said, yes, you could come on board, yes, you could. But you need to do certain things to put it in place. You have to have a theme, you have to know what you want, what you're portraying, what your band is about, a name for your band, logo for your band and all of that. So it was a lot of things. One time I thought it was, it's not just having a band, it has a lot of preparation, a lot of advertising, a lot of stuff. So Pamele, the name Pamele doesn't mean like you don't care or you care. A lot of people, when I say the name of my band is Pamele, some of them watch me like, what kind of name is that? But Pamele means don't get caught up. Don't get tired. Don't get mixed up. If you're on the road, you're enjoying yourself, you see drama, don't get caught up in that. Family yourself. Cannot mean your dance and your enjoyment. We don't get caught up in no violence, nothing negative. Only enjoying ourselves. That's what family is all about.
Definitely. And what better way to really get it out there? Because I'm sure persons would have had the view that actually that would have been the portrayal. So thank you for really, really clearing up that.
Yes.
The 2024 Carnival saw Pamele capturing mass on the move. That was wonderful for sure. And coming into the 2025 Carnival, what would you say would have been your greatest inspiration? Because sometimes beyond the scenes, we say, I don't think I'm taking part 2025 again. And let's just, for us too, as the PME Carnival band, we say, I think that was it for us as well. But then when the year hits you and the excitement and that fever in your bones of Carnival is here, are you really just going to sit by and do nothing? You decide to, okay, let's give it a rerun.
Yes. What inspired you to be here for 2025?
Well, I love Carnival. I love Baval. I love jumping up. I love that spirit. Mm-hmm. And it's all about every year as a band leader, especially I'm the one doing all my craft and on my prototypes, everything. It's like adrenaline. You get a rush just when you see or when you think of a concept and you put it together and then you watch that on the road. You want to come up with something else next year. You understand? And that's what that pushes me every year. It's not something about money. Because if you have to think of the money when it comes to Carnival, we don't really generate that kind of money. And the registration itself is so the persons wait last minute to come to you to not register but to show interest in jumping. Persons tell you, yes, I am interested, and when it's time for Carnival Day, it's something totally different. Sometimes persons you don't expect to jump at all, that's for sure. You understand? So it it is something that I do because I love doing it.
True. Your passion.
It's my passion. I love to see my. That's why family has grown. We try to do different. We try to explore, try different styles. We research a lot, see what other countries are doing. You understand, to get fresh ideas.
True.
So coming 2025, I hoping to still maintain my title of Master of the Moon, and hoping to see what's more there for me, what more I can get.
Definitely, and we saw, I mean, some strong presence at the opening of the Surfer Carnival 2025, and I must say those costumes were like,
Yeah,
that was
no, it's
something. And
alright.
coming straight behind, we saw Wild Bamboo, and I was like, wait a minute, what's the difference? Because I'm seeing like the very same prototypes coming out there and stuff. So, you guys out there, if you've not registered yet, pick your fancy and get your registration processes early enough because we're moving into the final week behind the scenes to come out on the road and deliver
We're,
excitement.
we're not cutting you short, but when I saw the display for Pamele, I think it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. When was it? So,
For the launching.
it's the launching of the Queen B5 so around the Queen
Yeah, a
Chile.
month ago, yeah.
Okay, see that there? I was like, wow. I'm like, oh, this Pamele, and then it's your boy Pamele, when I play boy. Real nice.
The man, we try to do something.
Yeah, big up
nice.
yourself. Real nice, but real nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why I was caught back to be like, what
Yeah,
is
like,
that family? Is
like
that Wild
Pamele
Bamboo?
Madrid.
Like you cannot tell the difference and
Yeah, real,
whatnot.
real nice man.
But
Step
then
up. Like, big step up,
creativity,
guys. Big step up,
creativity
big
at
step
its
up.
best for sure. And it takes a lot behind the scenes as
A
well.
lot
A lot of sleepless nights as well. So
And very expensive.
which is
too.
true. And most of the times people do not really understand that. You have to pump your own funds into that
Yeah,
as well. So
a
because
lot,
even the
a lot.
sponsorships, it's a bit difficult to
Because,
gather. So
yeah,
you
man.
cannot always just rely on the sponsorship and you have to
Yeah.
continue to do what you have to do as well. I can definitely say it has and continues to be a challenge, especially with the PMA club as well. It is good for us that we've just given the little ones an opportunity to come out there with our ladybug, with our botanical gardens, with our mermaids, and even the bees and stuff as well. But then it is a lot of work that goes behind the
A
scenes as
lot
well.
of
And even at that moment when you speak, you have to do that bulk of, ordering, and it kills you as well, when those things get here. So some people need to understand the registration isn't necessarily breaking your arm, but then it's just finding the balance from everything that has been pumped into getting all those different pieces together, from the
That's it,
creativity and all of that as well. But let me ask you for 2025, what is your theme? What are you coming out with that great bang?
Well, this year I'm thinking of enchanted forest. So we have some flowers, a mixture of daisies and roses and some flowers and orchids, all in that flower section. Then with butterflies included.
I see you close behind
Big
us.
boy. I'm fearing it.
With little butterflies, and then it would be enchanted if there weren't witches and wizards. So we have witches and wizards, and if it's enchanted, that means there is a treasure, something to search for. So we have the leprechaun who carries the four-leaf clover. You know the story of the four-leaf clover. That's right. It's,
St. Patrick.
that's right, and it's a charm. Whenever anyone who encounters a four-leaf clover, they say that you are this destined to richness, that sort of thing. So this is what Pamele is bringing to Super Carnival this year. We bring in our four-leaf clover, hoping that mostly everybody that will be at Super Carnival will have a little bit of richness added to their life. You understand? So hoping it will be a good portrayal and the hard work will show off.
Uh,
Something
def-
good will come on.
Definitely, it will. it will. Recognition will be given to your artistry. Um, with that being said as well, um, there are always hiccups we have to not throw in the towel, but how do we improvise, turning an unpleasant situation into, something workable, delays are always there as well. Because even for us, we had that delay for showcasing on that night of the opening where everything was placed early enough, but then it was just a halt with Westec and all those sort of the shipping agents. So it's like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So in that, you now have to go locally to just purchase something for the night, but then on the day of parade, then everything will work out. So those are the things you have to think of as well. So like not giving up and not making an appearance isn't an option. You have to be out there because person's expecting you, so you need to be able to know how to improvise as
all
well.
the time.
There were so many hunts going into those things as well, because we know the national is actually Sunday, Monday.
Um,
So, and sometimes we see our revelers also taking part in national.
yeah.
You mind sharing your members partaking in the national day of parading as well? Are you even going to be a spectator as well there?
Well, with Carnival being, Super Carnival being so close to the National Carnival, it kind of causes a strain that I won't be able to go and view the carnival, but I'll watch it on TV and stuff. But I was hoping I could have gone and jump in one of the bands, but I I just had baby and stuff, so there are a lot of things I can't do. So I will watch it on the television, but it is kind of too close to our carnival, and there's so much to be done that you have to keep your attention to that you cannot leave it for another time. You understand?
Which
So
is true. You mind sharing some of your challenges you've had to navigate?
hold on. It's a lot when it comes to finding the fabric that you want to do your piece. Sometimes when you go, you get not enough, and when you go back, you don't get the same type of fabric or the same color. So you have to change it a bit. But it's all in creativity. Once it blends in, you know, my biggest hiccup with, or what I say my biggest challenge is like sponsorship towards Carnival. It's a lot. Most times, everything comes out of my pocket. I have to do everything. And with the help of Simu, not forgetting Simu is very helpful to us. I would not
Definitely.
put them under the bus and say, I'm not getting any help from them. It would not be nice. But they help, but I wish it would have been more, but they trying. And it's it's like you don't, I don't know what causes it, but I sent out my emails early and all of that, and then when it's time, you still get a no, no. And it's very expensive to be able to get the drinks, get the music, get the costumes ready, and then sometimes when you're looking at the registration, the numbers are coming in slow, and sometimes you have to give a few costumes to pull in the hole, and it's a lot. And like I said, if we didn't love carnival or love what we were doing, sometimes we would not even do it when you think about all the effort and what you generate from it. You understand?
Which is true as well. And behind the scenes, persons wouldn't really understand it. And I'm really happy you spoke about, the sleepless nights and having to put your own finances into it as well. And even realizing that even after the carnival itself, it's not profitable.
Not at
You
all.
just do it for the love of it. With that, your cultural impact in terms of the family. How important do you think your contribution is to, preserving the culture, preserving what we see as carnival, on an annual basis?
Well, more and more I try to keep my films based on our culture because since last year my
Last year I saw
theme,
some wonderful
yes,
pieces of the Madras and
of the
stuff.
madras and stuff. I try to keep it based on our culture, what you will see in St. Lucia, you understand? Yes, we're very green and forested and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
So this year, my family is about the forest. Next year, hopefully it will be something, else. We're not sure yet. We're working on that. So more and more, carnival is a cultural thing. We need to keep it, stick it with the culture a little bit, get more of that touch of this thing into it.
Can you really say that you have full community support?
Uh, yes, I do. When I say that, there are persons that will check me. There are persons from Sufre I know that have stuck with family and jump with me every year, and they have already said that. So, full community support, yes and no. But, everywhere you go, some people will like you, some people won't. Everybody have
Preferences.
their preferences. You cannot blame people for that. I myself, I have my own preferences. And nobody cannot judge me for it. So who am I to judge anybody? All I'm saying, when you jump in family, you are ensured to have a good time. You are ensured to be well secured. Family will take care of you. Whatever you want on the road, once you pay your money, I am there. And that's my main focus. Unlimited drinks, you eat, you enjoy yourself, you don't, you family as a moon, I do me, and come and enjoy yourself. That's what Super Carnival is about. That's what we want. A good carnival, something that have a vibe, a good experience.
Well,
Yes.
actually, 2025 Surfer Carnival is a vibe. So
Okay.
definitely persons are looking forward to that as well. You want to pay or you want to acknowledge your sponsors for that matter as well?
Yes. SFU Simo, most the top of the list, and also CPJ. Um, I got a something from them, so I want to big up. Is it Danny? That's his name. Yeah. And also Blue Waters. I got a call from them. It's sounding like something positive going to come out from there. I'm already giving them the thank you even before. I'm hoping that they're listening and paying. Yes, that's about it.
Well, that's the spirit as well. Even with you on that platform, I want to reach out to the other band leaders as well. Feel free. I know Iverson usually come on as well.
Mhm.
So feel free to reach out. So maybe just to wind down before the big day to come on, and even maybe what we see in terms of the registration process as well, to come on and make that final appeal and maybe let persons know where they can register, who they can actually get the forms from and so forth. You can also share, if not you, who are the other persons that persons can get in touch with to register.
For my band.
Yes.
Well, my team is very small. It's basically me and my partner. So if it's not me, it's my partner that is running or responsible for registration. And then I don't really have an office in town or a police station in town where you can get it. But my number is all over the internet. I have Facebook, Instagram. You understand? I always advertise on WhatsApp. I have other revelers that jump with me, advertise for me. So it's not difficult to find me. I'm there. Once you want to jump with family, my number is 730-1660. And the other number is 714-7995. You could meet me, call me. I will make myself available to have let you so you could get your package. Understand? So don't forget 730-1660 and 714-7995. Those are the two numbers. Yes.
You're so excited, you're even forgetting the numbers
Well,
as
yes,
well. So
yeah,
um,
it's a carnival fever.
I know, and we're slated to meet next week as well, next week, Wednesday, to put that final nail into our coffins for sure. Um, I think it's sad, and being at various band meetings, we've told to put events together as well. Though it's a good thing, sometimes it can be a challenge when you're actually trying to put your bands together, getting to understand what your theme is going to be like, the selection processes, and what you're going to use to depict in terms of your costumes, and still trying to juggle putting an event or events out there isn't always that easy.
Yes. Um, I guess there are challenges with doing those things because if you're a committee, like I know the other bands, they have different persons responsible for different things. And I'm asking anyone who is interested to work with family, the door is open. You understand? Because it's a big project. It's m- myself alone cannot handle everything at once. It's a lot of pressure. So if you get committed people to help you, then it's easier to do those things. Then you have persons responsible to help you go out to get different licenses because it's not only having an event. There are so many aspects you have to think of before you hold that event. You understand? So it's yeah, there are so many demands that authority is asking. So it's not something I could just wake up to one morning and say, hey, I want to go West Fed and it's gonna happen. It's a lot and it has finance to do with it too. And if you're not generating funds, then you cannot do nothing much. And if it's you alone, it's even harder. But let's say there are a group, let's say 6 of us on a committee, or probably 5 of us on a committee trying to have family going forward, then someone could say, hey, I can do that, and you could do this, and then I can assist, and then it's easier that way. But I'm sure you're experiencing the same problems too. Because
Slightly as well, because I am not an individual. It's like the PMA area office, so it's a group of us for sure. You know, the ideas and the execution and the planning. You spread it out as much as possible as well. So there's a team behind the scenes. So it is not as tedious, than your execution and your strategy, and I mean, it's just you and your partner. I understand the pressure and all that you would actually have to put into consideration to still make it happen, via us actually having that team to share the load as well, so it makes it a lot easier. And the most important thing is to having reliable persons, because you may have a team and sometimes everything still falls on you. So it's just having that team that is willing to, and that is also very understandable to know, could you fill in that and do different things. So Joanna, I can commend her as well too for really undertaking, getting all those purchases together, and even Mrs. Hippolyte as well. And I have the assistance of my PMA club members as well to actually get those scripts recorded, to put the audio there and everything as well. So so it's just because you do not want to take on the brunt of doing all those different things, you just get burnt out at the end of the day. But I am agreeing with you 100% that kudos to Simo for sure, because without them we would not have been able to execute such a project as well. We want to also reach out to Saudi for an immense job that they're doing, and they continue to do as well. That support to the culture, we want to reach out to them, and all the other sponsors who have come on board so far. We want to say thank you so much as well, and we want to make an appeal to the community to do come out and support the revelers, come out and witness creativity and color. Come and support what's yours as well. We've seen, I mean, Carnival has grown from strength to strength, and what is being seen now, I can honestly say we are heading to the same standards as national Carnival parading as well. And we just have to be really mindful in terms of the security. This is something um, I don't know if you can attest to it. On the road, it's really difficult. Like security needs to be in full effect because you have a lot of non-band members continuing. A lot of persons like from the crowd would just jump into your band or just come in, and those things are not allowed. It shouldn't be. You need to have a controlled crowd as well. So you need full force security. I think I saw you having the ropes, and then the ropes are really essential to have to keep persons within you know, that loop as well.
Yes.
In terms of the security and minus what I just said, because security has to be in full effect. Yeah, the police officers are there, but then the police officers cannot do everything on their own as well. And it's our responsibility as well as band leaders to ensure that everyone is safe, everyone within our confines is safe. Persons continue, to drink and behave recklessly. That's also something we have to be mindful of as well. We do not want any
And you should
tragedy.
drink responsibly.
Definitely. And I'm happy when you said blue water. So if you can drink more water, you
Yeah,
know,
it's better.
yes, but then we've seen the behaviors
What's,
we've seen the behaviors with
alcohol?
alcohol, but then
Yeah.
we're trying as much to let people stay hydrated.
Yes.
Definitely stay hydrated. We want a safe and accident-free carnival as well too.
Know what they're doing. Some of them tend to go in front of the truck to dance and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
And that's a risk they're taking. They want to be on the sides of the truck. The truck area should remain for the truck, and the revelers should stay behind. You understand? Because as a leader, you have to be aware of so many things, because any mishap, you're responsible, and sometimes you have to leave because of one person's accident. You have to leave everybody behind just to deal with that, and it's a lot, a lot, a lot. So I'm asking revelers from my band, from any of the other bands, to drink responsibly and know, be aware as to what they're doing, not just drink because the alcohol is there and you have access to it. To just
taking drinks from purposes.
yeah,
Like I just drinking.
you just drinking.
Spike a drink.
You understand? You have to know what you're doing, because I cannot be there by everyone all the time. You understand? So you come out, you enjoy yourself. Pamele, this afternoon, Pamele, a bagay ki pabo.
But
Just enjoy yourself. Have a good time.
With that being said, what can you put out there for persons who really want to join the family band, maybe for that experience?
Well, I would say it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Family is the vibe. I am I am someone that is ready to embrace anyone who wants to jump in family, because we want it to come out big. I want the band to grow. The more revelers, the better. The more my costumes will show, the more the colors will come out. So anyone who is interested, just get in contact with me and we could make it happen.
Okay. Just before we leave, you want to speak to registration as well? Let persons know the cost, in terms of your
Well,
registration
at this
processes.
point, my costumes are very reasonable. They're only $300. So you could, if you drink, your drinks are unlimited. So there's no barcodes, nothing like that. The only thing I don't appreciate drinks going on sidelines and that sort of thing. But
that's true.
once you have the drink, and for you to drink and for you to enjoy yourself, it's not a problem with me, because I want all my regulars to be able to have a good time and be satisfied with what they get. So if you spend your money, you register with family, I will ensure you are satisfied, you had a good time, and you're looking forward to next year.
You go until the
Definitely.
drinks finish, and then you give all your friends the drinks.
Yes, don't give away the drink, because when you do that, you deprive the other
And
revelers
yourself.
and yourself from having enough drinks. You understand? Because you shine out.
Which is
If
true.
if the person wants to drink, tell them $300.
True.
Come register with
Yeah.
family. Therefore, I could buy more drinks, and there will be more drinks on the road. You
True.
understand? So let's make it happen. It's a good carnival. It's one of the best on the island. You don't want to be left out. Don't stand on the sideline. Don't be a spectator. Be a regular. Yeah.
I agree with you 100% on that one. One more thing we see as well, I'm really happy you spoke about it with non member or again those on the sidelines as well. We need to put a handle on the drinks because it is very costly. They should stay within the ban for the members themselves to consume. It depends. Sometimes you can allow one drink, depends on who the person is sometimes
Yeah, I'm
too.
not
But
saying
then you still have to put
you
an handle because you
yes,
allow one and then sometimes
yes.
everybody
It's
believes
not
it's
about you
just,
because sometimes I meet a
which is
friend,
yeah
you know,
on
and I can. But
that
what I'm
note.
saying, some of them tend to think it's okay. They just follow the ban and then they friends, you know. And then
Yeah, they do
when the
that.
revelers that spending money, because when you have a ban, if you cater in for 50 people, you understand, you cater 50 people. And then when you have 20 people or probably 10 people that you didn't cater for on that, then it bring down your whatever you catered for. So if you want to enjoy and drink and dance and jump behind music and have enjoyed Super Carnival, be a regular. You understand? Pamele will welcome anyone who comes and wants to register. I will work with you. Yeah?
I hope you heard that straight from the horse's mouth for Palm Illy Carnival band leader. If you are interested, feel free to contact her or her partner. Get your registration form filled out as early as possible. We only have, let's say, just a week and a half left.
Yeah.
15 minutes to the hour of 12 noon in Surface and Lotion, of course, the Eastern Caribbean. It has been immense pleasure bringing on the band leader for Pamele and, of course, just providing some insight if you're trying to decide where you want to jump this year. You have the choices of Pamele, Wild Bamboo, Chic, and the PMA, just the kiddies section. We're featuring. Feel free to contact us as well over at the PMA office, or you could link me over at Sofa FM. Thank you so much. I at this time I don't know if you want to leave anything with us as well. Um, the listening audience, just make your final appeal and just leave your contact.
So, like I said, come register with family. It's only $300 to jump. Very reasonable. My number is 730-1660. The other number is 714-7995. Super Carnival 2025. It's a vibe. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
88.5 Verse of FM. You've heard it yourself. There's nothing like for me to say that and have a productive day. It's been immense gratitude. Sitting here and just keeping you informed as always. You can join me here next week, Thursday, God's willing, inside of House Guest. Stay blessed. We're out.